When you start seminary, you never imagine you'll be doing a video reflection wearing a hard hat, but there you are. As most of you know, a couple weeks ago on September 19th, we had a large amount of scaffolding fall on our parish house. Unfortunately, to secure the area, we haven't allowed people to really have much in the way of a walkthrough to see what the damage is. So today we just wanted to show you a little bit of some of the areas that have major impact. As you can see, I'm in Gish Hall, which was hit very hard during the storm. We've ended up having to remove a good bit of the ceiling in here. We've been pumping hot air in to dry it out. And so just wanted you to get a look at that. Now we're in the sound booth in Gish. As you can see, we had a large amount of water incursion that came through here. It also continued over to the area where our sound system was. So as you can see, that has been removed. Really, this has been a process of just trying to assess damage, but also see where the water has gone. And so we're anticipating a lot of rugs and flooring all being removed as part of this remediation process. I'm now standing in our youth minister's office, Meredith Rogers. Sadly, she received a lot of water incursion as well. As you may recall me saying, part of the problem was, of course, it was raining at the time of the scaffolding event, but also we have a large chiller on the roof that contains a huge amount of water, and so much of our water damage actually ended up coming from that chiller. So it's spread on all 4 levels of the parish house. Meredith's office is also on the atrium that most of you are familiar with. The atrium actually also had additional scaffolding that came in through that. If you look up here, you can actually see part of the chiller that was crushed on the roof. The good news is all the scaffolding has been removed, but we're still assessing the extent of the damage on the roof, which we know is extensive. Now in the children's choir room, unfortunately much of our music department was very heavily hit by the damage. You can see that we had a lot of water damage in this youth choir room. We've been in the process of removing walls to dry things out. Well, now I'm in our choir room, definitely one of the more impacted spaces that we have. We had a large amount of water incursion over there, which actually managed to drench most of our music that was there. That's been taken out for assessment and evaluation. You can be happy to see that our historic windows are intact. We are going to have those evaluated to make sure there's not any damage that we can't see, but we're really grateful that those are okay. The piano has also been removed to the Radius building and is being assessed as well. If you walk this way, you can see what was the women and men's vesting spaces for the choir. Now I'm in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade Sunday school room, which was unfortunately also impacted by a lot of water damage. You can see that we've got some drying happening here. We're now in our commercial kitchen area. As I mentioned before, when the chiller was crushed, actually our kitchen ventilation system was also tremendously damaged on the roof. But in addition, there was a tremendous amount of water that also came into the kitchen. So as you look around, you can see that we will sadly not be using our kitchen in the foreseeable future. So we're now in our staff break room, which is also adjacent to the atrium area, so you can see that it also had a lot of water damage. We're in Gosnell Hall now, and as you can see, we have scaffolding up in here. This is primarily to be testing the moisture levels at this point. We know that we did have water incursion in part of the hall. We are trying to figure out whether or not some of the ceiling may need to be removed. It is quite likely. Obviously broken windows along the side. This is also the main area where the air is coming in and out of the building currently. That's hot air that's drying out the parts of the building that still need to be dried out, and cool air to try to restore AC to the parts of the parish house that are unaffected at this time. Well, thank you for joining me for this brief tour. As I said, we just showed you some of the major areas that have been affected by the impact of the scaffolding. The good news is we're here in the Tucker Courtyard, which is beautiful. It's now our new main entrance to go into the church, where we are continuing to worship as the people of God, and we are hopeful and optimistic about our future here. This has been a hard event, but we continue to be thankful that no one was hurt seriously, and we look forward to the new opportunities that are on the horizon.